That disappointed, with 11-point lead in the second half, to not do a better job of taking care of the basketball and taking advantage of the position we put ourselves in. Played hard. Defense was pretty good. Turned them over. Scored off of turnovers. Need more guys to step up offensively. Obviously, had a good night from KD and a good night from Jabari. But we've got more step up in us. Our half court offense, continues to, struggle, not getting great looks. Look, Tennessee's a good defensive team. That's going to happen when you play against a good defensive team. Give the Vols credit. We're obviously here late February and not playing our best offensively. No excuses on the rebounding. We talked before the game that the team that played more physically and with greater effort and energy would win the game. And their guards and their player, they were quicker to the ball than we were. And that was a real problem for us chasing those 50-50 balls. They got 20 more possessions than we did. It's hard to win a game when you give an opponent that many more possessions.
All right, Coach, we're going to start with a question from Justin Ferguson.
Bruce, you guys went, I think it's over 8 minutes without hitting a shot in the second half. What kind of changed or anything that Tennessee did? What kind of went into that long drought you guys had?
Turned it over, didn't make shots, didn't execute. And if I knew I'd give you an answer, I'm not being short, Justin. I don't have the answer. If I did, we'd have scored. I'll go back and look at it. The question is, do we value possessions? Didn't we get a lot of late shots? Not very good. Didn't get good point guard play tonight. Got great point guard play against Ole Miss, didn't we? Didn't get good point guard play tonight.
Go to Bennett Durando next.
Yeah, Bruce, you mentioned more guys needing to step up. I think Jabari, KD, and Wendell took a pretty big bulk of the shots, and there were only 5 bench points. What do you sort of want to see these last couple games just in terms of reincorporating that bench and making sure that there's a good balance with that?
Well, yeah. Jabari had some tough shots, but 9 for 21 is not awful. 3 for 5 from 3, 6 for 7. And obviously KD was 7 for 13, so their percentage was good. Wendell had an off night, and he had some tough shots. The ball was in his hands, but got to get, when you're playing one of the best teams in the league, one of the top 4 teams in the league, you got to make them. You can't just take them.
New bias Wilborn.
When Jabari hits that 3, you guys are like at 63, 60, getting within 3 after being down double digits. What are you thinking down? No, it's a minute left. Are you still thinking you guys are in it? And what do you have to do to finish off there?
Yeah, so I'm not sure where their bucket was, but we kept pressing, knowing we didn't need a foul because they coughed it up a little bit. Maybe they give us another one. Even just down 3, there was about a minute left, 89 seconds. You need to stop. And I'm not sure. You can look at the stat sheet. Nobody, you could tell me, was it 2 free throws? Maybe. Did they get a bucket?
There was the layup at the end. It was the kid got the layup. Yeah.
Drove by somebody, right?
Yeah.
Drive by one of our guards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think that was a pretty consistent theme. Like, were our guards able to keep them in front? Not very much. And then your shot blocker is going to come over and help and give up backside rebounding. So our guards couldn't keep their guards in front. And it really cost us a lot. That was probably our one-on-one closeouts.
Go to Lance Daw next.
Coach, obviously, like you just mentioned, the guard play has not been as consistent as you would have liked here down the stretch. What are you telling your guys to keep them confident as we head into the postseason?
Just to trust each other and try to trust the process and know that, like, if we can go on the road, not play very well, lose by 5 to Tennessee, not play very well against Florida and lose with a possession, not play great, lose in overtime to Arkansas. You can't push the panic button. We know we can play better.
Go to Mark Murphy.
Yeah, Bruce, how tough is it for this team to win when it only gets 5 points from the bench?
Very difficult. Very difficult. It is. We're best when everybody contributes and can't be afraid to fail. And you got to be able to produce when you're out there. And I would even like maybe to play the bench, even more, but it was hard. Jabari and KD played 35 minutes. It's a lot.
I'll go to Brian Matthews.
Yes, Bruce. Do you think your team, maybe for the first time this season, lost a little poise there in the second half with some of the unnecessary fouls and some of the shot selection?
Yes. Yeah, I think we did. I mean, just a little bit. Just we didn't execute. That's part of not executing and not valuing the possession, either offensively or defensively. We had some really, again, with that 11-point lead, we had like 3 turnovers in there. And, Jabari had one on inbound play. Al had one in the middle of the floor playing point guard. Devin had one in a corner, jumping up in the air and throwing a ball to nobody. And just those are 3 possessions. They came down the other end, scored, and all of a sudden the 11-point lead's gone.
All right, guys, last one. I got a quick one. Justin Hokinson.
Yeah, Bruce, I was just going to ask you about Wendell's night. I mean, is there a way to get him, going more and different shots, 2 for 15? He just struggles with some of those deep ones late, I guess. But
I trust him because he's been he's really delivered. But man, obviously it's okay, to go. You're going to go as your best players go. Wendell's one of our best players, and he didn't shoot a very good percentage tonight. And probably could have done a better job coming off it and getting guys better shots and passes and been a better playmaker. A lot of things he probably could have done better, for us to have a chance to win. But I trust him.
All right. Thank you, BP.
Thanks.